So I thought this was a pretty cool article, obviously along the lines of dating and relationship stuff that we talk a lot about on my channel. And there's an article, it was in the Sun, and it was about an anti-cheating pill, a pill that could help, I guess, sex-addicted men from cheating. Scientists claim, I guess, that they've made a breakthrough or they believe this particular pill would work. So, Esty, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Anti-cheating pill. I've never heard of this. It's very interesting to me. But yes, piggyback from the Sun. So the headline says, "Keep the faith. Pill could stop sex-addicted men from cheating," claim scientists. This quote comes straight from the article. "A pill that could stop men from cheating could potentially soon be the pipeline following a new study by scientists. The study, published in the Endocrine Society's Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, found that men with hypersexual disorder have significantly higher levels of oxytocin in their system." This comes from the article. "A pill that could stop men from cheating could potentially soon be the pipeline, following a new study by scientists. The study, published in the Endocrine Society's Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, found that men with hypersexual disorder have significantly higher levels of oxytocin in their system."
What is oxytocin?
Yes. Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, is produced by both men. Wait, love hormone. What do you mean, like oxytocin, like a love hormone? Can you explain that a little bit?
It's a hormone, like feelings of
love,
attraction, arousal. Okay. Just caring for somebody. You know, that little infatuation you feel. That rush of whatever you call
adrenaline,
it.
whatever.
Like, ooh.
Copy.
When you feel tingly all over when you meet a cute girl, or in your case, a cute guy.
I gotcha. That feeling. Okay. Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, is produced by both men and women. Women. I said it right the first time.
Yeah.
Oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, is produced by both men and women and helps fuel positive emotions, also responsible for increasing levels of relaxation and trust. However, this study, which examined 64 men with hypersexual disorder and 38 men with ordinary levels of sexual interest and arousal, found that too much of the hormone could be a bad thing. This appears to confirm that sex addiction can also be successfully treated without the use of pharmaceuticals. While sex addiction isn't recognized as a mental disorder by the American Psychiatric Association, compulsive sex behavior has included in the World Health Organization's International Classification of Diseases list for the first time in 2018. They describe compulsive sexual behavior disorder as a persistent pattern of failure to control intense, repetitive sexual impulses or urges, resulting in a repetitive sexual behavior.
So it's basically failure to exercise self-control. Masculinity is also self-control. Keeping your shit together instead of losing your shit.
Corey, how do you think this pill can affect relationships? Do you think it's a good or a bad thing?
Well, me personally, I don't like medication as an answer to most things. I would say a lot of network chiropractic care would help with something like that, but it's also part of being a man and being in control of yourself. And I mean, anything can be, chocolate cake can be addicting, drugs can be addicting, alcohol can be addicting. You can get addicted to exercising or eating for that matter, or somebody that becomes a hoarder. Those are all doing things that are kind of abnormal. So, I mean, the reality is if somebody's going to cheat and that's their constitution, that's who they are, that and their actions are always consistent with that, those are the kind of people that they're friends with benefits, sex playmate, fuck buddy, but they're not somebody that you want to date in a long-term relationship, because if they can't be faithful and loyal to anybody, they ain't going to be faithful and loyal to you, no matter how much they say they love you. As soon as they fall out of love and they're not happy and their needs aren't getting met, if they have no integrity, they're just going to go and cheat. And so to me, it really is a character issue, because we talk about this a lot, especially when we do videos and talk about body count. Because the guys are worried if they're going to get married, if a woman's got a high body count, she won't be loyal and faithful. Well, I mean, the reality is, if she could have a low body count, but if she has no integrity and she has no sense of honor, it doesn't matter. She's still going to cheat on you, and she's still going to lie to you. And so what you really need to look for is the character of the person. And that's why you date and you vet people when you date, because you got to see how they act and how they show up, because people can hide who they are for about 90 days of a relationship. And so you have to spend enough time with somebody and see if their words and their actions match, because a lot of times they're not. And if somebody lies to you about little things and they're devious about little things, they're probably lying and devious about big things. And so what you're trying to do is identify the character flaws. And somebody that's a liar and a cheater is going to lie about all kinds of little things, just because that's what they learned. That's how they learned to survive, is they couldn't tell the truth. They couldn't be honest to people. And by the time they're adults, they're kind of emotionally conditioned to be that way. And no matter how virtuous or good of a human being you are, you're not going to change somebody like that. So you have to see them as they are. And too many people see liars and cheaters as they could be. Women try to fix people like that. Guys think, oh, she would never cheat on me because I'm so amazing. But if that's their character, then, it's like the scorpion and the frog analogy. Have you heard that story?
Explain it.
So you have a frog that's swimming around in his little lake or pond or whatever, and there's scorpions on the shore, and he wants to get to the other side, but obviously scorpions can't swim, they sink. And he says, hey, Mr. Frog, let me hop on your back, and, can you take me across to the other side? And the frog looks at him, he's like, hey, you're a scorpion. You'll sting me and I'll die. And he says, what, if I get on your back and I sting you, then you're going to become paralyzed and then not be able to swim, and then you're going to sink and drown, and I'm on your back, I'm going to drown too, so then we'll both die. So I wouldn't do that. The frog thought about it. He's like, all right, hop on my back. Frog's swimming. It gets about halfway out in the lake, and the scorpion stings him. And as the frog is starting to become kind of paralyzed and sink below the water, he's like, why did you sting me? Now we're both going to die. And the scorpion says, hey, man, I'm a scorpion. That's what I do. So that's, it's like Maya Angelou said, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them the first time. They show you who they are, believe them the first time. Thinking that somebody's going to become loyal and faithful who's not. Like I had this conversation with one of our friends who was here, we won't mention because this stuff was discussed off camera. One of our another girl's boyfriend who we know, it's been in our other videos, cheated on her repeatedly in all kinds of ways. He was lying, he was devious, but she loves him for his potential and what he could be. And it's just getting her to see that's his character. You had 3-4 years with that dude. He's not going to change.